My African brothers and sisters, let us see these two nations, that's Ethiopia and Liberia, as a full representation of our entire Mother Africa. Kindly watch this video.
Tens of thousands of Ethiopian Muslims gathered at a central square in Addis Ababa on Tuesday night for a massive evening iftar meal, praying for peace at a time of national upheaval. The event, the first of its kind in the capital, came as Africa's second most populous country gears for elections, planned for early June, despite the 6-month ongoing conflict in the northern Tigray region. There are many things that worry us as a nation, so we wanted to unite and pray so that peace may return. That is the main purpose of this event. Outnumbered by Orthodox Christians, Muslims make up about 1/3 of the country's population of 110 million. Originally to hold Sunday night, altercations with security forces saw the Grand Ethiopian Street Iftar moved to Tuesday, with proceedings unfolding smoothly without any friction.
Okay, this is Ethiopia praying for peace in their country. Ethiopia and Liberia like to thought that they were never colonized, but yet both in 2022 are poorer than most of the countries in Africa and still have plenty of ethnic conflicts. Now, both countries have their own local imperialism, and actually they never bothered to sort it out. And once they sort out, the similar act happens unto them again. That's a lesson to other African countries, whereby a lack of external colonialism, it doesn't mean that a colony will be a beacon of peace and prosperity. Now, let's see what Professor PLO Lumumba, a strong Pan-African activist and director of Kenya School of Law, has to say here. Listen to it.
And in many African countries, these outfits are formed on the basis of ethnic affiliation. Your typical African political party is simply an assembly of ethnicities, and in many African nations you will discover that what we call elections is simply an ethnic census to determine which ethnic group is larger than the other. It is Julius Nyerere of Tanzania who said it. He said that the tragedy of Africa is not what the song is, not the song that is being sung, but who the singer is. And what he meant was very clear, that you may have an agenda that is good for your nation, but if you do not come from a particular ethnic group, those who will follow you will not be from your ethnic group. You may sing the best song, but when you look back, you'll discover that it's only people from your ethnic group who are following you.
Now, Africa is just so ethnically dense that even uncolonized African countries still with local imperialism might be still very messy. But unless the local imperialists, you assimilate and conquer people into a new meta-ethnicity to unite under one empire, and that will actually work perfectly. Hope we are together up to there. Both Ethiopia and Liberia failed to complete this process, and now we watch their consistent failure. The main problem now with Africa is that there is too much ethnic diversity. It is extreme diversity in every scale, in every religion of the continent, with few expectation. Underline that word, few expectation. Over a period of about 50 years, Singapore became a place of massive wealth. See their DGP here. China population became the world's biggest market, coming up from scratch, Africa, we are here. About 1.3 billion population, remain tiny markets of divided poor 56 nations. And even PLO Lumumba can testify here. Listen to it.
You know, the Chinese are to be admired. In my own lifetime, I've seen China rise from a backward country with no technology to conquer the world. In the area of mobile telephony, in the next few years, each one of you will have Huawei or Tecno. China. Most of us who are here, in your houses, there must be an electronic item that is made in China. Why? Because the Chinese leadership are clear about what they want and they are working towards it. What am I saying? That Africans don't realize their potential because Africans in their collectivity have not identified, and if they have identified, they don't work towards what they want as
Now, it is not that you don't have. It is how you use what we have that matters. Out of all 7 continents in the world, Africa is the richest in all kinds of minerals. But what are we doing for them? What are we doing for them actually? Africa has the largest arable land. Yet, even when Ukraine is under attack, African leaders have to wait for wheat from Ukraine. USA, United States of America, was England colony, of which now looks like the opposite. Part of China was Japan's colony. See, China's economy is now bigger. India again was England colony. Its economy has overtaken United Kingdom. My big question is, can Africa, my motherland continent, cannot see that nations pursue their own path? They overtake those who once suppressed them? And if we get an answer to that question, then Africa will rise. Thank you so much for watching that video, and please keep on subscribing so that we can make Africa and world a better place to dwell on. Thank you so much. Until we meet next time.